Greetings, thank you for joining us on this broadcast. All right, this is strange world we're in today. We are what's going on with the world with at least the presidential situation. I felt like I don't know where this is gonna go, but Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll have an idea of where things are going. Yeah, it's gonna get. I can put other predictions out there, but I'm not gonna say anything. Just yeah, and well, yes, but the month towards the election, so that makes sense. It's gonna get wild for the next month. It's gonna just be bizarre. So I don't know. Seems like you'll see a better side of some people, especially in the media. Yeah, they're getting scared about all this because they're scared for themselves because they want to. Maybe they'll become better people, or maybe not. Hopefully, this will bring out the better in them, but we'll see. You know, I'm holding my breath on that one. They call it entertainment. It doesn't seem like it's entertainment. So, I'm gonna go into the tall whites again for a little bit longer. Something different. Tall whites from Orion, and we'll just put it out there. What you need to put out there. This is our perspective. Anunnaki surprise. I don't know what that's going to be about. I just felt Anunnaki surprise. So, okay, sure, why not? Then we're going to go into the World Bank a little bit. Yeah, I like chipping through that just little by little. You got to be careful in some areas. It can get quite intense or something like that. So it's definitely money laundering and other things that was mentioned yesterday, and probably. Oh yeah, I believe they'd have funded ISIS. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't absolutely doubt it. Of course, not up front, but I wouldn't. I really wouldn't doubt it. So, okay, so real quick, give her an overview where I'm at right now. It's on tar.com at private sessions. The scheduler, when I channel, we have Zoom and channel my phone. Shop on the 26th. I got backed up yesterday, so I should be able to catch up hopefully tomorrow. I think so. You know how I feel. Same situation here. You have a webinar sign up. Social network. Grab it. And behind the scenes. Another upload is coming next Wednesday. From out on Wednesdays. Okay. Okay, this is the World Bank. This is the president of the World Bank, I believe. I feel like he's less evil. I mean, yeah, he's not like I think there's some good there. It's not all bad. So, World Bank has its issues and all that, but I believe they try to do good somewhere. IMF is a different story. This is the president. She's like 50 years old. She does not look it at all. Now they're hiding a lot of stuff. Maybe not her in general, but then again, they have somebody that looks like her to kind of manipulate people with their looks. You can say in some regard. But these guys are covering up a lot of shit. So I'm not sure exactly what, but forgot about this money. Not sure if that's relevant. I'm gonna go into currency. Current. Currency. You gotta figure out how to spell. uh, so money has a lot of images on it. I believe that's real. The dragon. Uh, Gee, it's still spelled wrong. Anyway. I don't know if this stuff is real, but it looks like it's real. What China money? China. I'm not showing it here, but the currency, what's on the currency, like images and all that. I'll have to go into a little bit more later. But that also says a lot who's running the show, obviously, right? Currency around the world. Different images. Anyway, it's out there somewhere. I don't have it right here, but like creatures on money is what I'm getting. I don't know where that is, or maybe it's just in the past. Just I'm looking for creatures. Yeah, dragons. Anything that's not human. That's what. That's for. That's what we're working towards. So yeah, because all that energy, all those, all that bizarreness is in the money system in some shape or form. So anyway, we'll go into that some other time. So all right, we're going to tall whites and oh yeah, World Bank. What else we can get our hands on too? All right, blessings. Here we go. Greetings to you. We are just a tall white collective. Greetings to your society, your growth, your humanity, your what your world is connected to is the problems of the universe. Yes, there's many diverse beings. This is like a bus stop for the universe. Some are positive beings, some are not so positive, as you can see. It also goes into our lineage with your world, as yes, Orion tall whites. But yes, we're very connected to your Earth's past, as this world is Orion territory, in Orion territory, which humans have always been on your world ever since the dawn of time. Now, how they got there is another story. As a tall white energies, yes, we are much involved with the human development. As yes, you are a mirror image of our ancestors. So, yes, everyone has their own viewpoint of even the monkey, the bear, and their evolution. But your evolution very comes from you're a little bit of all species, as you can see. As your sense of humor is very duck like, some of you are just quack like a duck, or humor, dark humor of a duck being. Then that's not what people want to hear, but or some do eat like a chipmunk or act like one for that matter. But yes, your world has been protected since the early dawn of time. But yes, it has to have its missteps. It has to fall down as you have. And yes, your history is not exactly as it's been told. There's much has been hidden, of course. Shut down, closed. But yes, little hints of your past, your maps of your past, your ancient world, those maps are alien connected. Downloads, as someone just download, just visualize a map of your world and just draw it out. They don't know where they came from. Of course, it's not exact, the longitudes and latitudes, but that was some of the first maps are just basically downloaded. Of course, they had no idea what they were doing at the time. And much of those things are lost at this moment. So yes, there's a psychic footprint on your world. Many of your humans were smarter than they seem. At least with your history wants to remember. Of course, your controllers control your history. So yes, they erase a great deal. As yes, your history has been very alien, but has not been very clear in that in your history books. Covered up, shut down, shut out for obvious reasons. So they can control your society. Of course, they control those societies in the past also. Your World Bank is also, yes, there's positive within your banking system, of course. Your World Bank has a great deal of that. Your IMF is more of the dark side, your World Bank is more of the positive side. Neither one of them are perfect, but the World Bank has more positive than the IMF, let's put it that way. Not that the World Bank is, yes, they have their difficulties also. Their hand is usually in the cookie jar of darkness, usually. But in your upbringing, your transition of fourth dimensional knowledge, your current timeline, yes, it's feel like you're driving off a cliff, doesn't it? Far from it, as you are evolving into a different species of human. And it shows how timelines cut off. So, yeah, some do get sick. They're cutting off a timeline, and a new one is being resurrected as you speak. So, it is kind of a scary time, but it is a time of, yes, this is how you rebuild the earth. You cut off the energies of the past, and sometimes it has to be done faster. As you know, some of you are going through great difficulties at this time. So, they're kind of trying, you can say they're trying to speed things up. And this is what you're going through now. I don't mean to spit up too fast, but it isn't a speeding up process. And you're bringing new energies into the earth, of course, always. But 100 years from now, you're not going to be able to recognize this planet for what it is today. As you cannot recognize it from 100 years ago, as you are very much different. Well, now you'll be able to remember things better with history, at least in your internet. Of course, that can be changed, and of course, it is being changed. That's why Wikipedia was built, to give you a false history. But still, many of you still have a digital imprint that you will preserve. We do see your currencies changing over time in the next 100 years, but not yet. You have to first go through your soul growth. For anything to drastically change, you have to change first. You might want all these glamorous fourth dimensional energies, and yes, you're again, but humanity has to let go of the past. Of yes, alien energies, alien timelines are coming in. Yes, they're not showing themselves, but they're working through you. They don't have to be seen in the skies just yet. You have to get enough people to understand what's here first. Understand themselves on a galactic level, at least enough. And then your aliens will appear, of course. Of course, yes, they can, yes, appear at a drop of an eye, any second now, basically. We also connected to many Palladian ships that are keeping polarity of your planet in alignment with itself, so it doesn't go off its axis. Palladian being, of course, there's other beings involved with us too, but many Palladian energies just to keep you on track to where you need to go through. Take you through the tunnel into the light, you can say. And also bringing more sun energies closer to your world. So actually, the sun is connecting more to your planet than you might physically realize, but the vibrations, the pulses are coming strong. Basically, fourth dimension knowledge is coming in. slowly, as some of you are evolving, and you do feel you're unlocking your chakra energies and going into a new age of yourself. So the old ideas of spirituality is going to change eventually too. As right now, some of it's quite lazy, but it'll get more informative over time. Right now, laziness is working, but it can get more in depth, like who you are, be able to scan somebody's energy and see exactly who they are. As it's not, you can do that to an extent, but to go further into it, to actually see the planets and the species that are connected to instantly. It's like you just opened up a book by just connecting to somebody and saying hello. And also, yes, you eventually won't need books because you'll be connected to each other and the knowledge will be everywhere. You say it'll be all around you. You don't no longer need a physical book. You just connect to the vibrations around your world. You go to a mountain to get information instead. You go to a tree to get information, as some of you are doing so right now. It just you become more of a library yourself as your Akashic records open up more and become more clear. That is where you're heading to. So, yes, of course, there's going to be blockages because some of you, yes, once you hit the gas before the race has begun. So, but yes, many of you are 10, 20 years, 100 years ahead of your time right now. You already feel it. At least on Earth time. That energy is it has its purpose because it downloads the Earth's vibration into the Earth's core. That brings in a fourth dimensional vibration, or fifth dimension, or sixth dimension, whatever it might be. So you are, yes, you are improving much within your world, of course, on many levels. So where things, yes, the next 30 days are going to be a reflection of yourself on a whole new level. Yes, the doorways are opening. That's all we can say at this moment. Greetings. This is Anki, the Anunnaki. Greetings to your civilization. Once again, I am back. Yes, your soul growth is exceeded a great amount of alien species, actually. You're not fully seeing it here, of course not. But you can take a reptilian species and put them through what you've been through, what you're going through. And a lot of them will fail. The failure rate is actually higher. Of course, some might disagree with that. Well, they'll just get aggressive and start a war and not heal themselves. So there are not all of them. A lot of them do go within themselves, but a great deal aren't interested in that. So you're healing the rough exterior of reptilian on this planet. So you have aggressive people. Imagine many of you, male and female. A lot of them have a lot of reptilian that they're used to shouting, yelling, and getting their way. And there's problem solved. That's the reptilian way. Not all, like I said, not all reptilians are like that, but a lot of them have. That's why you are. That's why this is why the world is one of the reasons why it's so difficult because you're healing difficult species that have been through war most of their lifetimes. You know, thousands and thousands of years of lifetimes. So they brought the war here to heal it, to go through it, to feel the suffering, but now you're going into the Enlightenment age. When that time is right. There's still a lot of psychology because you're not the psychology of the human isn't quite fully understood. It hasn't gone into yes, it's going into the past life regression energy, but it has not been taken seriously by mainstream science. as it is necessary for your world to truly heal. Take metaphysics to bring in some more. It's like galactic physics, you can say. We are connecting to the soul, recognize the soul, the psychic energies, intuitive healings on a grand scale. Of course, yes, your government would, if they do that, and they are to a certain degree, they would manipulate it as what they're all that shows their insecurity. But for more of the metaphysics to go into your mainstream medical field, because that's going to be the only real healing that's going to work over time. As the body is going to be, yeah, still have normal healing, medical treatments, but there will be a time where your world is mature enough for more of a metaphysical transformation. There's a lot of knowledge in India on a psychic level, on an intuitive level, is very powerful. Even China has a great deal. And many of you know about acupuncture. So it's just alternative medicines become stronger on your planet, but your world's not fully ready yet because the chakras are mostly shut down on most humans, as you can see. So the energies of from the moon, the stars, is just alignment. Even for you to get healed, this is going to sound strange to some, but to take you to a certain location on your world for you to be healed there. Oh, some are already doing this. Yes, they call it vacations. They do. Why you have an urge to go somewhere is because you need a healing there. You need to connect to the stars in that part of the world. That's why that happens. And more of that become part of your reality over time. Yes, free trips around the world for your medical health. And it's like I said, many that travel now are not usually trying to. Some are trying to hide from themselves, not, but many are trying to reach into who they used to be by traveling the world and trying to figure it out on a third dimensional level. They're not ready for the fourth dimensional diagnosis, which is hard to reflect on. So, yes, locations on the moon, on the world, or on the moon if you can get there. But locations around the world, that's the healing points. Everybody has their own healing point. You have their own place. You need to go to Ireland, you go to Ireland to heal. You go to Mexico, go to Mexico to heal. And some do heal in places that are not safe. Of course, that's not always the case, but some eventually places like Mexico will find its positive download, but it's not quite. Mexico has a lot of Anunnaki energies, a lot of DNA transformations are still going on, transfers. It is very much a third world alien colony. Your South Africa is yes, we call it the red zone. Yes, that's the hot zone of do not come here. That's where many of your major elites go to for even decisions. A lot of the witchcraft is done there also. That's done on your world. So they say there's no rituals happening. A lot of it's happening in South Africa. But it's not always by your rich elites. A lot of your rich elites get somebody else to do it for them. Some of them do. So even the gangs around your planet, much as South Africa, it's funded. Of course. To be that way. Of course. Now, yes, your World Bank and your IMF are there to cover things up. Your World Bank, yes, is more of a positive energy. They try to do what they can, but they fail miserably a great deal. A lot of them are weak. They're positive, have a good intention, but they're just weak. They give in too easily. The IMF is kind of like a bully. Now, it doesn't show that on the surface. On the media, it's friendly, but it's usually not that way. And it's using other people's money anyway. It is there to starve countries. That is doing today. As the truth is very difficult for your media to handle. Your media, yes, has a blackout to what the IMF and the World Bank do, of course. Of course. Who do you think funds the media? They hide their wars perfectly. They have secret dealings with your media. Of course they do. Now, your puppet media is a psychosis for humanity right now. It's a hypnotism, as you already know. It's to remove a lot. It's actually to remove memories of your higher self and add fear. Replace it with fear. Replace it with even the news reporters' anxieties. As when they get emotional, you get emotional. It's like watching a movie, So people get drawn into it. So we feel that to break down, and well, we don't have a timeline for that, but that's gonna be a tough one to remove because it gives people a purpose. It just does. It's just the way vibration it is air for them. They can't breathe without it. So it's a false narrative, of course. But in your enlightenment age, yes, you see your chakras activate, you see yourself fly, see yourself transform into a higher dimensional being, as it's already probably happening to many of you in your mind's eye already. As you're getting triggers of awakeness, and will continue to do so. Your past is going to go through a awakening, also the Earth's past, as many of you get downloads of how the world was engineered. Downloads. The world's not quite ready to make it mainstream because the mainstream is your Illuminati, as you know, at least your dark Illuminati. And yes, they're fighting to the teeth to keep you shut down. So there's multiple realities. Let yourself go. Allow just the knowledge to come through. Some feel it's trickster energies. Allow yourself to come through. Not everybody's on the same timeline. Some of you have been on trickster timelines. Whereas technically this is a trickster timeline, you can say. Called your media. And that is your holidays are rituals. They're public rituals that have to be healed. For you to see the inside of where they came from. Yeah, if it's run by if your media is publicizing a holiday, it shows it's a public ritual, obviously controlled. And eventually will be healed. There's a eye of the storm within all these holidays. Just see it, yes. And your Halloween, I guess, is a lower astral holiday. But it's also to celebrate, understand darkness. Understand it. Realize it has a purpose here. Instead of condemning it, what does it have to teach you? We have to learn from it. You don't have to get absorbed by it, but it doesn't want to be shut out. Then you want to connect to the high vibration, shut out darkness. But if you more of an understand darkness, you have less darkness. The more you run away, the stronger it gets. Yeah, the more you want to open up your vibration and remove darkness, you always have darkness within, but you can ignore the darkness within and it becomes worse within you.